Welcome back to the deep dive here on the CoinTalk Podcast. So last week, Bitcoin and Ethereum prices took a pretty crazy dip. Did you guys see that? We definitely saw all your comments asking us to take a deep dive into what happened. We saw you send us a ton of articles on tariffs and the market's reaction. And Will, we heard you. So get ready because we're going to unpack all of it.
Yeah, it is fascinating how something like global trade tensions can send these shockwaves through the crypto market. It's like these two worlds collide.
So let's set the scene. It's February 1st, and President Trump announces these brand new tariffs, 10% on imports from China, and a pretty hefty 25% on goods coming in from Canada and Mexico.
Yeah, maybe we should take a step back for a second and just quickly explain what tariffs actually are and why they even matter.
Yeah, good point. So basically, a tariff is like a tax on imported goods. Governments use them to try and protect their own domestic industries or sometimes try to influence trade balances. But the catch is these tariffs can actually end up increasing costs for businesses and consumers, which can sometimes lead to a whole lot of economic uncertainty.
Exactly. And when uncertainty creeps in, you often see investors get a little bit jittery, especially those who are holding assets that are considered, risky.
And that's where crypto comes in, right?
Precisely. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum are often seen as these risk assets. They're pretty new and highly volatile, and their value can swing dramatically based on just news and sentiment.
So when President Trump dropped that tariff bombshell, the crypto market basically just freaked out.
Pretty much. Bitcoin, which had been doing pretty well, suddenly plummeted down to $91,200 on February 3rd. Ethereum took an even bigger hit. It plunged to $2,460.
Ouch. Yeah, those are some serious drops. But then things took a bit of a turn, almost like a plot twist in a movie.
You got it. Diplomacy kind of stepped in. Canada and Mexico were really quick to negotiate with the U.S., and they managed to secure a 30-day pause on those tariffs.
So basically a temporary ceasefire in the whole tariff war.
No.
So what do they have to agree to get this pause?
Well, Canada committed to a $1.3 billion border security plan. They also agreed to appoint a fentanyl czar and promised to increase security along the U.S.-Canada border. And then Mexico agreed to strengthen land border agreements, to kind of address concerns.
Interesting. Sounds like a lot of back and forth bargaining happening.
Yeah.
But what about China? Did they get a pause too?
Well, that's the thing. That situation is still kind of up in the air. There are some reports that China is open to negotiations, but as of today, there's no concrete agreement yet.
So a bit of a cliffhanger there.
Yeah.
But how did the crypto market react to the news that Canada and Mexico at least got a break on the tariffs?
Oh, they absolutely loved it. As soon as that news broke, Bitcoin bounced right back up, climbing to around $101,000, and Ethereum followed suit, recovering to about $2,800.
Wow, talk about a rebound. It really seems like the crypto market is super sensitive to these global events.
It really is. It's a good reminder that when we're talking about crypto, we can't just look at, price charts in isolation. You got to understand the bigger picture, the global forces that can influence market sentiment and then ultimately prices.
That makes a lot of sense. And hey, if you're finding this deep dive into the wild world of crypto and global economics insightful, be sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video right here on our CoinTalk Podcast YouTube channel.
And don't forget to leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on how these trade tensions might actually impact the crypto market in the long run.
So we've seen how the crypto market first panicked when those tariffs were announced, but then kind of calmed down a bit when that pause came in for Canada and Mexico. But the story doesn't end there, does it?
Not quite. Those trade negotiations are still going on.
Yeah.
And all those unresolved tensions could definitely create some volatility in the market, right? Those negotiations are still happening. And yeah, those unresolved tensions are for sure something that could, create some volatility in the market.
Okay, so the saga continues. But before we get back to all the drama, I want to point out something interesting that happened. Remember how we were talking about crypto being this risk asset? Well, there's this index called the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. And it basically just measures market sentiment.
Yeah, it's a really good tool if you want to gauge how investors are feeling. So a high score closer to 100 means you've got greed or extreme optimism in the market. But a low score closer to 0 indicates, fear or pessimism.
And what's so interesting is how this index reacted to all this tariff news. When those tariffs were first announced, the index actually plunged all the way down to 44. Showing a big spike in fear. But then after they announced that pause on tariffs for Canada and Mexico, it shot back up to 72, which basically indicates that greed, or at least optimism, had returned.
That's right. It's a really clear demonstration of how, investor psychology can swing so dramatically based on news and events, and how those swings directly impact crypto prices.
It's like the entire crypto market is just on this emotional roller coaster ride.
If you want to learn more about this kind of market psychology and how it influences those crypto prices, make sure to subscribe to our CoinTalk Podcast YouTube channel. We've got tons of great content that breaks it all down.
Yeah, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our deep dives. We're always looking into the forces that shape this crazy crypto world, and we want you to be a part of the conversation.
Okay, back to the tariff saga.
Mm-hmm.
So the market got spooked, then calmed down a bit. But you mentioned that there were some other factors kind of at play here too, right?
Yeah, that's right. Remember that Chinese company DeepSeek? The one that released their new artificial intelligence model?
Yeah, I remember you mentioning it. But what does AI have to do with the crypto market, like tanking?
Well, this new development with AI actually kind of caused some ripples in the global tech scene. It kind of fueled some concerns about, the growing competitiveness of these non-US tech companies. And that unease sort of spilled over into the crypto market, adding to that overall, sense of uncertainty.
So it was kind of a combination of things, the whole tariff scare and then this AI development. It created like this perfect storm and kind of pushed investors to sell off their crypto. It's amazing how interconnected everything can be.
It really is. It highlights how important it is to look beyond just the headlines and think about the bigger picture when you're trying to understand, these market movements. Because things are rarely as simple as they seem.
Okay, so we've seen how a presidential decision about tariffs can like totally send the crypto market on this wild ride. But what does this actually mean for our viewers, the everyday crypto enthusiast? What are the key takeaways here?
Well, I think the most important thing is that knowledge is power. The more you understand about global events and how those events can impact the crypto market, the better equipped you'll be to navigate all those ups and downs.
So it's not just about checking the price charts. It's about understanding the forces at play, the bigger picture, right?
Exactly. Staying informed about all the global developments, understanding, that whole concept of risk assets, and even keeping tabs on advancements in fields like AI, that can give you a real advantage. It's like having a roadmap to help you navigate, this exciting but sometimes totally unpredictable crypto landscape.
And hey, speaking of roadmaps, if you are looking for a guide through the world of crypto, make sure to check out our CoinTalk Podcast YouTube channel. We've got tons of resources that will help you understand this crazy, ever-evolving space.
For sure. We break down all those complicated topics into easy-to-understand concepts. We offer insights and analysis to help you make informed decisions.
Before we move on, I do want to talk about something that really impressed me, the resilience of the crypto market.
Oh yeah, it's pretty remarkable. Despite that initial plunge, it bounced back super quickly. As soon as they announced that tariff pause, both Bitcoin and Ethereum regained a good chunk of their losses.
It's like they have this superpower to recover from setbacks.
Yeah, you said it. It's still a young market, so it's prone to volatility, but it's also incredibly dynamic and adaptable. And as more people join the crypto community and we see more institutional adoption, I think we can expect that resilience to just get even stronger.
So even though there will always be bumps in the road, the long-term potential of crypto is looking pretty promising.
I think that's a great way to put it. And, with the right knowledge and maybe just a little bit of cautious optimism, you can navigate all those ups and downs and come out ahead.
Or we've covered a lot today. We've talked about all the tariff drama, the market's crazy ride, all the different factors at play, and even got a little glimpse into, the future of crypto in global trade.
Yeah, it's been quite the deep dive.
It really has. But that's what we do here at CoinTalk Podcast. We take all these super complicated topics, break them down into bite-sized pieces, and make the world of crypto accessible and understandable for everybody.
And hopefully a little entertaining too.
Always. We want you to walk away not only informed, but also excited about all the possibilities that crypto has to offer.
So as we wrap up this episode, I want to leave you with one final thought to ponder.
Okay, I'm all ears. What is your parting wisdom for our CoinTalk community?
Stay curious. The world of crypto is constantly changing and evolving. There's always something new to learn, a new trend to explore, and a new challenge to conquer.
So true. Embrace that constant change, ask questions, and never stop, seeking out knowledge.
And remember, CoinTalk Podcast is here with you every step of the way. We'll be back next week with another deep dive into this fascinating world of crypto. So until then, happy investing.
Yeah, and that's where we come in. CoinTalk Podcast is here to be your guide through all things crypto.
Exactly. We're dedicated to helping you understand, this crazy, exciting, ever-evolving space. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on our YouTube channel.
We'll keep you up to date on all the latest news, trends, analysis, anything you need to stay ahead of the curve.
And don't forget to leave us a comment below and let us know what other crypto mysteries you'd like us to totally unpack.
Speaking of mysteries, I think this whole tariff thing really highlights another super important lesson for crypto investors.
I think I know where you're going with this diversification.
Bingo. This episode is like the perfect example of why it's so important not to put all your eggs in one basket, especially in a market like crypto that's always moving and shaking.
Yeah. It's like that old saying goes, don't bet the farm on just one horse.
Exactly. Like if that tariff announcement had your portfolio in a total tailspin, it might be time to take a step back and reassess your holdings.
Yeah, for sure. A well-diversified portfolio can really help you mitigate risk. So, think about spreading your investments across different crypto assets. Maybe even looking into other asset classes like stocks or bonds.
And hey, if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed by all the choices out there, don't worry. CoinTalk Podcast is here to help.
We've got a ton of videos and resources on diversification strategies, risk management, and how to actually build a portfolio that aligns with your financial goals.
So make sure you check out our YouTube channel and explore all the amazing content we've got.
We're all about empowering you guys with the knowledge you need to make, smart investment decisions. So hit that subscribe button and join our community of savvy crypto investors.
All right, I think we've covered a ton of ground today. We've explored this whole tariff drama, the market's crazy ride, all the different factors at play, and even got a little glimpse into the future of crypto and global trade.
It has been quite the deep dive.
It really has. But hey, that's what we do best here at CoinTalk Podcast. We take these super complex topics, break them down into easy to understand pieces, and make the world of crypto accessible to everyone.
And hopefully a little bit entertaining too.
Always. We want you to walk away not only informed, but also really excited about the possibilities that crypto holds.
So before we sign off, I do want to leave our viewers with one final thought.
Go for it. What's your parting wisdom for our CoinTalk community?
Stay curious. The world of crypto is constantly evolving. There's always something new to learn, a new trend, to explore, a new challenge to conquer.
So true. Embrace the change, ask questions, and never stop seeking out that knowledge.
And remember, CoinTalk Podcast is here with you every step of the way. We'll be back next week with another deep dive into this crazy, fascinating world of crypto. Until then, happy investing.